The Ramilia Sports Report is not filmed in front of a studio audience. The Ramilia Sports Report is now live. The Ramilia Sports Report is now live. The Ramilia Sports Report is now.
Look at this guy, man.
Hey.
You're like a star now. The Rams won the Super Bowl.
Look at this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen. Is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God. Yes, Rudy. Oh, jeez.
Amelia, how are you?
Larry, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Kev.
To his own channel right now. So we got a little dual stream going right now. Look at
listen.
Ramilia with the Rams shirt. Look at that.
I gotta put a stop to it. Ayuk is no Isaac Bruce. Let me just start there. Not even close. Bang Escalator Crew jerseys that they lost in the championship game. That's what when you wear those jerseys, just so you know, that's what we're thinking when we see it. We picture you guys going down the escalator in defeat in the NFC Championship. Escalator gang! Bang bang! Bang bang Escalator gang, baby!
Rams house, like I said, anywhere is Rams house. We can't remember freaking Santa Clara, that's what it's called. It don't matter because we got came out with good.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the defending NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams, the crown jewel of the NFL franchises on the West Coast, California, the only NFC West team to recently have won a Super Bowl. And they were 13 yards away from hosting another NFC championship game. I hope you guys are doing well today. It's an unannounced live. I hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate you guys. Matthew Stafford's back. We're just going to talk about a few things. Matthew Stafford's back. What's going on with that? The 53-man roster, what is it going to get cut down to? Let me get my chat up and running. I wasn't doing anything, and I said, you know what? I got off of work a little while ago, and I said, let me come on with my guys. And for a lot of people that watch the replays, everyone has to work and do stuff. It is what it is. But let me get the chat set up here. Let me tell Stockton I'm on. You didn't tell me, Pinchy. Hold on one second. I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's see. Where you at, brother? There you go. All right. But yeah, oops, what happened? Well, hop on. There we go. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday night, Taco Tuesday. So Matthew Stafford didn't practice Monday. Didn't practice today. He's in the hybrid. You ever see that movie? You ever see that movie with the fly? Look at this, my microphone, the way it looks. A heart is a house of love. The 5 heartbeats. You ever see that movie, The Fly, with Jeff Goldblum, old school movie? And that's a big one, though. Okay, so he's in a high, what is it? With the A mortal chamber. And it has like these red lights glowing, like this red light here. That's what it is on me, red light. And it's supposed to like soothe your body, help you relax. It helps your body it helps your body recover faster, um, all kinds of stuff. It's got like some kind of there's some music or soothing noise that helps you and stuff like that. But listen, if you guys didn't see the community post, I was hoping I was saying prayers and the sign of the cross that Matthew Stafford was going to be back Monday, and it didn't work out that way. But they're being cautious with him. They're being cautious with him. They're being cautious with him. Does it suck? Yes. Am I curious what's going to happen? Yes, but I really think that he's going to be okay. And honestly, the Texans with their secondary, um, with injuries across the league, we can beat the Texans with Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't want that, but he can step in to give Stafford a couple more weeks. It's just something he's going to have to manage. He's had to manage all kinds of injuries. By the way, he's got uh, um, he's had an epidural before in his back. So it's not that it's a great thing. He's done it before, but he has done it before and he's managed it. So my prediction is Matthew Stafford will practice next Monday or mid next week. After that, then you only have 2 more weeks. It's he still has like almost a full 4 weeks with the rest of this week going, but well, less than 4 weeks. But he'll be fine. He has to get the timing down with Devontae Adams and the guys. They were looking great in OTAs. Devontae Adams got a taste of what Matthew Stafford could do with the ball in his hands and him throwing them. And I told you guys earlier with OTAs, and they were just lightly doing plays that he's like, this reminds me of primetime Aaron Rodgers out there, I have to be ready. This is the thing I'm talking about, where they need the reps together. He's already learned in just a small time that he's been with the Rams and the OTAs that I had to be ready for the ball. I didn't think he was going to try to fit it in there, and he did, and it was right there. And so he likes that, though. So, we'll see what happens with Matthew Stafford next week. I think he's not going to play at all until Monday or sometime midweek next week. They're just being very cautious with him. He felt a little soreness, and so they're just managing it more. It's not ideal. I wish it wasn't happening, but we honestly, listen, we have the Texans. If worse comes to worse, and he's going to sit out a few more weeks. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm still standing by that. But Jimmy Garoppolo can win the first game. It's going to be highly run game. The defense is going to take over. Jimmy Garoppolo with all these weapons, he's not going to try to do too much, but he is going to get the ball down the field to Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. And then the other thing too is Alaric Jackson. What's Alaric Jackson going to do? Is he going to be there game one? So everybody in the NFC West has their injuries. So look at the Chargers; they lost their left tackle. So, but yeah, we'll talk more about that. Let me get into the chat. Brian Smith, how you doing, Rudy? Let's do this, Rudy. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. My guy David Corona, what up, Rudy? How you doing, man? Appreciate you. And I've been telling you I'm going to contact you. I still am. I just want to. It has to do with what I was telling you we were going to make for your pops. And when that's finished, I thought it was going to be, but I'll show it to you and hope you like it. And rest in peace to your pops. He's a Ram fan. David's pops is a Ram fan, and we're gonna win that Super Bowl for him. Rams Mob says, "What's good, Rudy? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you coming in on this unannounced live. So I do that from time to time. Thank you, guys." David says, "Suit had the aging with the Sorry, I'm talking and I don't know how long that went out. So it said I lost my connection. That's Stockton. So I lost my connection. But yeah, the Wi-Fi said reconnecting. I'm like, damn it, I was still talking. So Otani, the lawsuit, and then first you had the agent or buddy or whatever was trying to embezzle money from her, whatever allegedly, whatever that situation was, and man, the playoffs are going to be the least of his problems, man. It's crazy, but just staying, there's some kind of about some kind of property or something. I don't even know, and I don't care. It has nothing to do with baseball. He's got money to have lawyers to take care of that for him, but but yeah, it's crazy the stuff that goes on, man. It's just there's always somebody when you're well off. There's always somebody trying to get at you, and but yep. Let's see. Let's see. Jack 42. Yo, Rudy, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Love it, love it, love it. Mobs, Rams. I want to say mob squad. I want to see your mob. Rams mob says Stafford just skipping training camp like the idol, like his idol Favre used to do. Yeah, that's one thing too. No, but he wants to be out there because Stafford is a professionalist. He wants to be out there with his guys because the no look pass in the Super Bowl to Cooper Cup, the no look passes here and there. That comes with timing. But yeah, I got you. But honestly, too, I really think he's going to be okay, man. It's okay to be curious, and I don't like it either. But he's going to be fine. My prediction is he's going to play Monday, or like say Tuesday or Wednesday. Brian Smith says, makes me wonder if these precautions are going to matter. A couple of big hits are only going to be negative. Yeah, that's one thing that people were saying too. Like, well, yeah, I mean, he's taking his precautions, so he's ready for game one, but he's going to take hits. And but honestly, I want to know why is his back flaring up? Did he hurt himself? Did he sleep on something? What happened? Right? That's what I would like to know too. That way I can know, okay, well, it's just going to take some time. Maybe, I don't know. He strained his back, putting in a garbage disposal, reaching underneath the cabinet or something, or a dishwasher. I don't know. So I would like to know that. But honestly, he's the Rams re-upped his contract. He wants to play. He feels good. He's not a guy that's just going to take the money. Yeah, he's one of the richest quarterbacks in recent times in the NFL. So he wants to win another Super Bowl. He's working on his legacy. He's in my opinion, already with that no look Super Bowl drive winning drive that he had to Cooper Cup. He already cemented his legacy as a Hall of Famer. And but he wants to add to it, and he's got a team around him that can. I mean, like I said, we were 13 yards away from hosting our second NFC Championship game. And who knows what would happen against the Washington team. And I think they were doing good. They were playing really great, well last year. But this defense was hot. I could already see Jared Verse already with like 4 or 5 sacks in that game. But it is what it is. We didn't get it done. Bryce Smith says, makes me. Oh, we got that already. We got that. Yep. Flacco from Studdles. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Shock 42 says, I'm a bit worried. Maybe I or Rudy out SMH. Yeah, I mean, whenever it's an injury period to your starting quarterback, and he's 37 years old. He's took the hits that he has. And plus it's his back, it's not like, it's not like, oh, it's his ankle, when the ankle's done. So there's no reason to not be worried or curious about it. But it's not like he took a big hit and that's where it came from. I would love to know what it came from, though. Just from, I mean, he played a whole season last year, in the snow, and against at the last game in Philly, and that defense was coming after him. They were hitting him. I would love to know what happened with that. Danny Berry says, "Hi, hey everyone, happy Tuesday." Yes, indeed, my guy Danny Berry. Go Dodgers and Rams. Love it, Danny Berry. Appreciate you. Sal, how you doing, brother? Cuba, Rudy, Flacco, everyone else. Go Rams. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I froze. It said up there, reconnecting. Damn it. And guess what? So I went to Spectrum and I told them, my stream is buggy. I'm only so here's my area. The other side of the wall is the kitchen, and then in the dining room, we have the router and the modem. And I got a new one, the latest one, upgraded to the terabyte or whatever, and it still froze. It hasn't been as bad or lacky, but and Spectrum, brother, Spectrum. Jock42 says, DB Sports, love it, love it, love it. Daniel Berry is talking about. Deb Cross, thank you. No, God bless you, brother. I've been meaning to contact you, and I've just been so busy doing all kinds of stuff. But for sure, I just wanted to let you know that it was still working on it. I thought it would be done by now, but the materials and how we want to do it is hold on. Hey, get out of there, Ellie. Sorry, the doggy. We'll just I'll let you know when it's available, and I want to just give you an idea what it looks like soon. Bryce was Elamy. Monster, how you doing, brother? Hello, Rudy. Just got off work and caught you on. What's the news on the rumor that Micah is going to the Rams? So that was a fun thing that so he's still not signed. What Jerry Jones is doing is, Jerry Jones. Imagine having a team like the Dallas Cowboys, one of the most popular teams in the NFL, and Jerry Jones always has to be in the corner. Like here's the team's talking, and he's down the way talking to the reporters. He has to be as give you an idea. Stan Kroenke's off to the side. He'd rather not talk to nobody, but not Jerry Jones. So he's doing what he does with his stars, and Micah is holding in, I guess. He's at training camp, I think, but he's not doing anything. Here's what happened. So there was a Rams Ram guy tweeted something with Micah Parsons coming to the Rams, and then AD saw it, Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald basically said fire, the fire emoji, and then he highlighted Micah Parsons and Micah Parsons' agent, and then Micah Parsons got back to him, and he was basically, he highlighted Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons highlighted his agent, and he was saying, man, you don't say that. I might have to come back, get in shape, get in football shape." And then Micah Parsons says, "What?" Something like that to this, what's the word? I'm giving this the rundown, but not word for word. But he's basically saying, "What? Don't tell me like that," And he Micah Parsons highlighted his agent, so that's where that came from. But imagine that Micah Parsons with Jared Verse, V8, Fisk, Colby Turner, all these guys, Puna Ford, man. But yeah, that's what went on. And also too, for my next live, I'll show you. I got clips of Aaron Donald actually putting back on the helmet and pads. Stockton says Dave Corona is one of the guys we like. No, he's a good guy. He with the Dodger. David Corona is a good guy. Everyone except David Corona. He's talking about the because he's a Dodger fan and a Niner fan, but not David Corona. He's just BSing David too. Bryce says, "Where's Niners Kenny? Is he lurking in our chat, Rudy?" He messaged. He commented on one of the videos. Talk about our guy, the steal, one of the steals of the undrafted free agency with Lampkin. Kenny Lampkin, he's 4'11" or something. Stockton says, Rudy, I love you, but you're fooling yourself about Stafford. He's not gonna last, bro. It's such a Stockton, you always do this. You always, and I love you too, brother, but you always go off the far deep end. Who's the one that always reins you back and he says, wait a minute, when other people were telling you that Aaron Donald was going to be that Matthew Stafford is like 30 or 40% that he's a gone, that he's going to come back. And I was like, what? No. Remember, no, I don't know for sure, and it's bad that it's his back, but he didn't re-sign that contract to end his career like that. And again, if he's injured and he can't come back, then he don't have control over it. But I really think he'll be fine. Brian Smith says, Rumble, are you here too? Rambo. Rambo's a Laker fan, and he dons the hat of LA. I can tell you this, that I have never, ever in my world donned a San Francisco anything hat, and I would never do it. And I'm just, and if you did, and my guy David Corona, he does it. It's a long story, but I just couldn't do that. I just can't. I don't understand people that well, I know because the Rams weren't here and all that stuff, but I just can't for myself. I'm just going to say it like that for myself. To each their own. I just can't, man. I just can't. Blanco says, long time no see, Sal. You get your hey, wait, what's going on? I didn't even see that. I wouldn't have. Be nice, guys. Be nice. I didn't even see that. I'm sorry, Sal. I didn't see that. Soccer says the fake Ramillion in Rumbles chat. Is he back? Jacques 42 says Stockton 100%. I never understand people that impersonate, they impersonate somebody. Like, dude, get your own handle and I want to see what it's like to be in his shoes. Rambo's not going to get rid of him. He doesn't care about that. Master says, like and share Ramilia horns up. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. Master, yeah, guys, hit the like button. Appreciate you. Come right back. Let everybody know about the chat so we can hang out here. Appreciate you. Because sometimes I'll forget. I'll just be like, you know what? I'm just having fun with you guys talking about different stuff. I'll forget. So yes, the algorithm for YouTube, it just the likes, even if you don't like it, as long as you interact, it helps people find the channel. And then too, if you guys have any questions, you have an idea about something, let me know in the chat. I'm you can do it in the comments too after, but let me know too what you guys are thinking about, what we can add to the show, or what would you like to see, or if you just have a question, or if you're going through something too, let me know too. I'd like to know that about my Ramilia here, my Ramley. Stockton says, Rudy, you think he's going to be fine? That's your heart talking. If you look at it with common sense, well, I mean, I'm not saying that doesn't have a sore back, but he's still 4 weeks away. He's had injuries like this before. If he has to manage it. It is what it is, man. But I think that he will be fine as far as being there for the most part during this season. That's why we have backup quarterbacks. I mean, honestly, almost everybody's got to have a good backup. And they're going to miss some time or possibly miss some time because it's a longer season now, 17 games. And so even without the back, there's a possibility that he would be knocked out or sore. And we just put Jimmy in there to buy him some time. So we'll be fine. ESG says, I was watching Hunter the other night. How good was Fred Dryer with the Rams? Man, listen, great question. Fred Dryer, Jack Youngblood, Dave Albendorf, Jim Youngblood. They weren't related. Hacksaw Reynolds. Those were the 70s, late 70s Rams. He was a really good player. one of the top defensive line players in the league. There's been a lot of over the years too stars that came from the Rams. You had Merlin Olsen and Little House on the Prairie, and then Father Murphy. Fred Dreyer was kind of like in Hunter was kind of like a Dirty Harry type of character. But he was really good, man. He was one of the top players at that time for the Rams. Soccer says the guy is hurt after 6 months off, and all of a sudden he will be back. He will be okay when the games start. Come on, man. We're gonna hope Jimmy does it. We will see, man. I'll just tell you, I really think that he'll be back practicing by Monday or Wednesday at the latest. That's my prediction. Soccer says I'll take Jimmy G over Kirk Cousins for sure. Kirk Cousins was good a few years ago, but honestly, Jimmy Garoppolo with McVay, okay, that's an important caveat. Jimmy Garoppolo with McVay, and plus he's had all last year and this year to heal. He's healthy. McVay has him in a different mindset. McVay, he has all these weapons. He feels comfortable. We have a running game, offensive line to get to. He doesn't have to do everything. And McVay, remember how McVay was guiding Jared Goff when Jared Goff needed help. If Jimmy Garoppolo is called upon, we can win with Jimmy Garoppolo. Do I want that? No, but that's why he's the backup. And remember the game against the Seahawks last year? He almost pulled that game out, and he hadn't played all year. He looked really good, man. He threw some dimes. And matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you something. Hold on. But listen, I do not want Jimmy to have to play at all next year. But if he does, I think he can do the job. Hold on. Let me props to Otto on Twitter for this clip. Let me get it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this clip in here. So this is a clip of Jimmy Garoppolo, just to refresh you guys. This is a clip of Jimmy Garoppolo. This is a clip of Jimmy Garoppolo. Against the Seahawks last year, just to refresh you. Hold on. And let me take the volume off. I don't know what's in the background. So hold on. Let me set this up. Hold on. Eyes on the screen. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can set this up. I'm trying to do that bigger, not me. All right, let's just do it like that then. Here we go. Let me get this out of the way. Excusez-moi. Hold on. Gendrizer 12. How you doing, brother? Hold on. Let me thank you for coming in. Here we go. Let me set this up. Here we go. So I took the volume off. These are Jimmy Garoppolo throws. I mean, the Seahawks we're right there with us as far as the record. There he is right there. And that's all he has to do with it for us. And that's why I say, no longer is it check down Jimmy. No longer is it conservative Jimmy. No longer is it throw inside the numbers Jimmy. This is JG. This is JG, J.G with Sean McVay. Look at those throws. That's Jimmy Garoppolo. That's the Jimmy Garoppolo that the Niner fans were all giddy on. Remember when they didn't win any games? They were like, they won one game. They were like 1-10, and he ran off like 5 straight wins. So that's Jimmy Garoppolo. That's our backup, and I'll take it. It is what that is. So that was pretty good. That I'll take it. So no longer are we to call him Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, Jimmy check down Jimmy. He's JG now. And then Stetson Bennett too, baby. Yeah, this is the part that sucks. Stalker says the 2 guys we pick the most are the ones that are out. Stafford and Larry Jackson, the 2 most important. That's us, man. That's us, man. It hurts too much to laugh, but here we are. And that's us, man. You gotta laugh at yourself sometime but he's managing his situation too, man. It's like, what are we doing? What are you doing out there? You're gonna matriculate down the field. Oh man. Stockton says Stockton Stafford should give us the money back. He was probably hurt the whole time. Fleeced us. ESG says, did you see the top 4 favorites to win the NFC West? The Eagles, Lions, Washington, the 49ers. No, I didn't see that one. Listen, remember when we won the Super Bowl the year? They're always they're always miscalculating how good we are. So it's fine, whatever. It annoys me, yeah, but whatever. But yeah, no, I didn't see it. Burrows says, how you doing, Rudy? Doing good, bro. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well as well. Burrows says, how was your day, boss, man? Yeah, it was kind of long today, man. Long today, but and it was longer too, seeing all the Matthew Stafford stuff, man. Like, since when did people care about Matthew Stafford all of a sudden? Like, I'm not talking about us, our Ram fans. I'm talking about the media, and all of a sudden they care about Matthew Stafford. Like, they barely put him in the top 10 for quarterbacks. Barely put him in one of the elite quarterbacks. And I say it like this: that there was a chart. Maybe I'll show it to you on my next on the live for tomorrow, Wednesday night. They had him top 5 quarterbacks. They had the Lamar, Mahomes, Josh Allen. Who was the other guy? Lamar, Josh Allen, Mahomes for sure. That's not the order though. Who was the other guy? Who am I missing? Hurts. I think Hurts. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, they had Stafford 5th. And they were like, well, some people were like, well, what's Stafford doing there in that top tier? I'm like, what? And so I put in there, whoever it was that put in there replied, well, Matthew Stafford should be there. And also, too, any other out of those 5, the other 4, he can outduel them on a given day. Or come down in the last 2 minutes and win the game outright to close it out in a vintage comeback. If that's not an elite quarterback, I mean, you can outduel some of the best, and you know that he can if he needs to, or he can just beat you at the end of the game like he does with his comebacks. I mean, that's pretty elite to me. I mean, we've seen it where Stafford didn't play that well, or wish he had it. He didn't throw a couple of throws, and then he's able to right himself and come back and win the game. Bryce was Jack 42 that you run off Kenny. Who killed Kenny? I got that in my mind. The South Park. You scared him off. Oops, what's going on? What's going on? Hold on. Bryce, Mrs. Can't afford Parsons. Same demands as TD. Yeah, he's going to want a lot of money. He's going to want a lot of money. Plus, it's going to take a lot of assets. But it's a nice pipe dream. Jack Forty says, "What's up, G12?" Yes, indeed. Oh, did I missed? I didn't read your thing up here. I highlighted it. I was messing with something on my screen. I'm sorry, G12. Thank you, G12. Where you at? There it is. I missed your first one. I didn't read it. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I was doing something on the screen. I saw you, and then I was doing something on the screen. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't get back to it. Okay. G12 is really a cool segue. Have you seen any trade scenarios with the Rams trading Michael Parsons? I have not seen one. I have seen some other possible scenarios. No, because it's not really, what would the Cowboys need him? He's going to cost too much. They would definitely want, like, let's say it was to happen. The Rams would have to give up their 2 number ones, maybe a number 2, like a Herschel Walker type of thing from back in the day. And I was even trying to go like, Micah, get in touch with Les, get your agent, get in touch with Les Snead. And just imagine all the off-field endorsements that you could get. You'll make up all the money. I'm sure Les Snead can come up with something, but it would be all of our assets. The number 1 picks, the number 2 picks, and it would be crazy. Sorry, they're letting the dogs out. Yeah, she says, let's say the Falcons have a great season. Then what do the Rams do? Will they be able to trade up? Yeah, they still would be able to trade up because number 2 picks are just like number 1s in some cases. Let's say we're expecting to go deep into the playoffs, or at least the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Let's say the Falcons have a great year, and those are 2 late number 1s. Okay, you package those together with the number 2, and then maybe another first round pick or second round pick, depending on where you want to go. If a team doesn't need somebody, but it makes it a little tougher though. That you could always try to move up, but you might not be able to move up where you want. Grandad 12 says, Ravens get edge Michael Parsons. Cowboys get edge Odafe away. 2026 first round draft selection, 2026 third round draft selection, 2027 second round selection. And the Steelers. Oops. Yeah, we don't have anything like that for ours. It would just be mostly draft picks, our first rounders. And it's like he said, we're not even going to know if it's going to be a high, an early round first round pick until it's over. The Commanders. Lucy Falco says will be fantastic for us. Defense wins chips. Yeah, man. Puna, a veteran presence, paired with Fisk and Kobe Turner, rotating too. Keep your eye on my guy, number 90. Hold on. shades of Sean Gilbert, Taylor Davis, also as well. ESG says, hold on. Andrew Woodward said he would come out of retirement if the Rams get Michael. I believe he. Yeah, I'll be back. Let's just get OBJ too. Bobby Trees. DeMarco Farr said he's got about 3 series in him. Yes, she says if it wasn't for Micah Parsons' price, I would absolutely, yeah. Yep. Bryce says after the ass whooping the Niners took on Saturday, Niners Kenny doesn't come out in our chat. They were like, our defense is playing against their ones pretty good, and we're like, relax, it's preseason. They're getting themselves together too. But yeah, that is impressive. You kept it a game for a little while. Hold on, let me get these dogs. Hold on. Come on. Hurry up. Come on. All right. Sorry about that. Ooh, I don't think the Falcons would do that one, G12. G12 says, so Rudy, that proposed trade for Micah is all over the place. If the Rams wanted to, could try to trade for Micah. I don't know what the Cowboys need though. They need they need more defensive pieces to replace Micah. Actually, for us, from us, it would just have to be trade. Because we got some young players. Maybe they want one of our young players. That would be very interesting. Really haven't thought about it much, but because it's a pipe dream for me. But that'd be amazing to have Aaron. Whenever Aaron Donald says that he's, even if it's joking, even he was joking that he's willing to come out of retirement. That's crazy. That's crazy. Marketing Pro, how you doing, brother? Bang bang, 4 wins at the most, gang. Bryce misses 14 likes. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate you. It helps the algorithm. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Bang bang, last place again. Gang. Burrow says, I never wear a Giants gear. G12 says, Rudy, I don't know if you see this about the Rams 1970s decade defense, the forgotten defense that quietly crushed everyone. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. I'm going to pin that in the chat. I'll check that out, G12. Appreciate you. G12 says, well, worth a watch. Would love it. A good vid for any right. Thank you, G12. Appreciate you. G12, what do you think about Jalen Ramsey kind of throwing Mike Macdonald under the bus? I don't know if you heard about it, that he was talking. I didn't see the whole clip. I just saw the title of what they were showing from some podcast. If you know about it, let me know. I didn't see it, so I can't really speak much on it, but I just saw the title of what it was about. Yes, it's Brian. I would give the picks up because it's going to be really hard for us to get up in the draft next year. A lot of teams are going to throw in the also, too, if we got Micah Parsons, we'll figure out the money. Next year, the cap's going to be more. The closest that you can get to winning a Super Bowl with that defense, Aaron Donald, Micah Parsons, Jared Verse, Fisk, Colby Turner, Poona Ford, Byron Young, on and on and on. Nate Landman doing his best Shane Conlon impression, popping balls out at the drop of a hat. Omar Speights running around. Sean Dolick flying around too. Chris Paul Jr. doing his thing. On and on and on, man. Quentin Lake getting picks back there. Cam Kitchens, the Land Shark. And then we have them again for the next year at SoFi Stadium where we host the Super Bowl. It would be crazy, man. Brian Smith says, Rudy, do you collab with Jake Ellenbogen or Mark from LA Rams Up? No, my guy Jake, I appreciate his show. He's a great Rams content creator. I haven't reached out to him. Maybe one day I will be able to do it. I just haven't reached out to him. I appreciate what he does, and Mark's great too. But I have not. I haven't really collaborated too much with other Ram content creators in a while. We've been busy. We moved here a little over a year ago, and we're in my place, but I would definitely love to. I would love to talk to him. He's a great Rams, and we go back and forth too on Twitter just a little bit about he's a Yankee fan and I'm a Dodger fan. Bryce Smith says, Michael wants a lot of money if he wants. Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, just imagine all the endorsements you'd get in LA to make up for some of that money. Stockton says, so is the NFL going to 18 games start next year? Listen, you guys can't see my this shirt's all holier than now. I don't know if you can tell. This is my Magic Johnson shirt. I got it around 96, I think, or something. When he came back, I think it was, and it's vintage. I go, let me throw that on. But yeah, I mean, it's more money. I mean, listen, they're gonna try to get a team in London. Who knows, in Australia, maybe Hawaii. They're gonna make it like a world football, NFL football league. I don't know how they would do it. But, anytime when it comes to money, the NFL is not blinking. Yep, I'm going to definitely check that out. Thank you, guys. Thank you, G12. Yeah, she says, Rudy, would you be worried if he didn't play at all during the preseason? I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like if he didn't. Whoa, wait, listen. Excuse me. I'm thinking that you're saying if he are you talking about training camp, right? You're not playing the games because they're not going to play the games. He's not playing the games even if he was healthy. But I think that's what you're talking about, training camp. I wouldn't like it because they need the reps together, the timing and all that. But I wouldn't like it. But it wouldn't be ideal at all. But yeah. Worried, it wouldn't be I would be very curious. But yeah, I can understand why we would be worried too at the same time. I guess if it was to happen, I think I would probably be worried at that time. No, I haven't seen Weapons yet, man. I got to re-up my AMC. my lady's like, I tried to schedule us on Friday, but your AMC didn't go through because I have my card blocked, and so I gotta go through and set it back up. Washer says on the trains we service every day come from north of us here in Bakersfield, and I see people leave their Niner hats and San Francisco Giants on the train all the time. Trash them. Are you going to put that in the lost and found? No, just toss it in that trash bucket. Wait, hand me that trash bucket. G12 says, true, Brian, it's interesting to see how Cowboys content creators value Micah. Some call him a top 3 player. Others say no. He's a very great player, but they need more top players on that team. He can't do it all by himself. He's not AD, and AD needed help too. Bryce says Rams can pick up Jalen or Micah, or Rams can pick up Jalen or Micah for cheap midseason after they get released or having a bad attitude. Yeah, for him talk, because they're like they act like divas sometimes, But yeah, that's one guy that they know they can't get rid of him because the fans would cause an uproar. So Seattle was playing backups against Jimmy G that game also. Yeah, after they found out they didn't need to win. Dang, I got an eyelash. But also too, he didn't play all year, and to come out and make throws like that, and we've seen him had good games against starters in the regular season. So I mean, just to play some games here and there, he should be okay with us. It's not ideal that I want, but it is what it is. But I suppose that G12 says, I'm not at G12. I'm not sure he fits the McVay mold. He's a me guy. That's a great comment. We not me over here. And but also too, Sean McVay's got so much respect around the league. Guys change their mind, like OBJ, Deshaun Jackson, guys like that. G12 says, Rams news, 5 takeaways from the Rams preseason and win over the Cowboys. More confident Stetson Bennett. Blake Corum finds the end zone twice. Those are his first 2 touchdowns of his pro career. Pooh Paul Jr. commanding the defense more. LA Rams official. Thank you, G12. Yes, indeed. Also, too, this talk of the town and the talk of Twitter in the Rams circle is Lampkin. Kenny Lampkin. Bring me another napkin. I mean, Lampkin. The Bo Limmer of the Bo Limmer, Steve Avila of this year. Another jewel, another find on the offensive line. And so you got to love it. You got to love it. Bryce Smith says, are they mad or just too hammered to remember their... Like, leave that damn thing over there. Dang it. I went down. We lost again, and I went down the elevator with another L. A lot of Rams teams in the 70s were very underrated, man, because they in the playoffs they'd always win the division, own the NFC West for a long time in a row, get to the playoffs only for injuries or some mishap, have to go to Minnesota in the snow and lose the ugly game. All the Super Bowls that they could have went, they were always looking for a quarterback. They even brought Steve Berline, a washed up Joe Namath. Who else? Jeez. Who else? Mark Rippon came for a while. This is not in the 70s, but just they could not find a quarterback. Dan Pastorini. And again, these aren't the 70s, but just over the years. And then Pat Hayden got there. He got hurt in the Super Bowl year. And then Vince Ferragamo, a young man named Vince Ferragamo, took over, and the rest is history. He was leading in the Super Bowl most of the game, and he's the reason why I became a Rams fan. Him and Billy Waddy and Preston Denard. Brian Smith says, are the Rams still paying AD? Does this contract go against the salary cap? If so, that's a good question. I think he's off of the books now. I think he's off of the books. I'll tell you right now. The only thing I see about that is they're talking about 2000. Let's see, $95 million. The Rams are still paying Aaron Donald. He has restructured his contract to stay with the team through 2024 on a massive $95 million deal. Hold on. So last year, I think was the last year. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. One of them was still outside. So it says $95 million. Rams still paying Aaron Donald. Donald's contract includes a $40 million raise over the last 3 years, making him the first non-quarterback to eclipse $30 million per year. The Rams have also processed Donald's retirement. They have a greater degree of cap flexibility due to the contract restructure. So as of last year, $95 million through 2024. So last year was the last year, 2024. Michael, how you doing, brother? What's up, Rudy and Ramelia? Appreciate you. I'm sorry I'm late in the chat. Details of Rams news. Rams can't afford to let the player off the roster after NFL debut. Sean Dolick, Ramblin' fan. Rudy was there. Yeah, Sean Dolick's another guy. The Rams have a plethora of great young players, undrafted players. G tosses Rudy. Question: Do you have 3 Rams vet players that are on the bubble or should be on the bubble? Hit us with your list. On the bubble. I would say that Kobe. It's important for the land shark. Durant to play well this year. He's in a contract year. I would say Kyrie Williams after fumbling twice last year in the playoffs. Fumbling in the playoffs and then fumbling in the regular season against the same team, the Eagles. But he already got his contract. Who else? Actually, you know what? Troy Reader could be a guy that gets cut for like a Sean Dolick or one of the other rookies, and Troy. So yeah, Kobe Durant. Hold on. Kobe Durant, Troy Reader, I'll tell you one more right now. Tell you right now. Darian Kendrick is probably a guy that um, we've cut him, brought him back. He's always kind of like a revolving door, so maybe him too. But we'll see. But Troy Readers, there's definitely a chance that he might not come back if roster spots are getting tough because with these young guys. With now that we have Nate Landman, he can actually he's the leader of the defense on the linebacking core, I should say. The green dot guy makes Troy Reader a veteran, another veteran presence that's really not needed because the other guys can fill in for him. They're younger, faster, more agile. They don't have the experience that he does, but they'd come along, just like Ernest Jones did his rookie year. Thank you, G12. Yeah, Terrence Ferguson is back for practice, running routes. Yeah, he came back running routes. I didn't see how. I didn't see if he was running, if he came back with the team. I was working today, so I wasn't able to get to it. Thank you. I appreciate you. He had a groin, and now he's okay. I have to look more into see if he did all the routes with the team. If he how did he finish? He is in the final solid. He is Jimmy, the solid veteran. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. Monster talking about the Niner guys leaving their hats. Brian, they're just ignorant. That's why they forget their hats. Naxium 07, number 56, Dolik to me looks like he has a lot of potential. Hope they keep him. Dolik looks like the man, baby. He looks like the man. There's just a lot of young talent, man. It's a good time to be a Ram fan for sure. Always a good time, but this really helps. G-Trust says, I like your new studio, Rudy. It looks a little cramped, but cool. Well, you can't see it. So AD's on the wall. There's a hallway right here. On that side is my man cave / arcade. Right here is hear that? That's my Terminator 2 T2. And then behind me is my Blitz cabinet. Right there's my TV, and then my recliners are right there. So I'm in the corner of the hallway. Just because that way it's out of the way. My daughter moved in with us, and she where my office would be, my studio. She's using that room, so I make it do. But I appreciate you. Thank you, man. I wish one day I'll show you guys a tour of the Ramelia Studios / Man Cave. Pretty cool. Thank you, G12. Shock42 says they only care when we struggle. It's all about Shudor and the Cowboys. Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right, man. G12 says Rams news. Could the Rams' next dominant safety be their backup cornerback? Josh Wallace, Sports Illustrated. Rudy was there. Same thing. We have really good young talent. There's a few guys that aren't going to make it on the roster. The cuts, teams are going to be salvaging other teams' players, and we do the same thing. We'll see what happens with that, but yeah, you never know. You never know. It just depends on if he has in the preseason, if he has a bad game. Let's see. The running back situation, we got Kyren Williams, Blake Corum, Jarquez Hunter, Cody Schrader. That's another guy, Cody Schrader. Cody, the Juice, number 32, Schrader. After that big game, did he get Jordan Waters and Ronnie Rivers cut? We will see. Probably, I would keep him instead. Thank you, Niners, for getting rid of him or releasing him. Let's see. Charles Woods will probably be cut. Darian Kendrick, possibly. Sean Jolly, Cam Lampkin. Cam Lampkin got an interception. There's just a lot of good talent, but AJ Green, and then safety. At the safety position, Tanner Ingle, Nate Val Carcel, Dalek Dixon, Williams. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because it's a lot. There's a lot of slots that we're like, man, maybe we should keep him too. But it's always tough at this time of year. But it's a good thing when you got a lot of good players, especially our undrafted players are the guys that make a difference. We're so good at drafting, but also we're so good at the undrafted players. Bryce, was CMC injured yet? Jason, what's up, Rudy? How you doing, Jason? Appreciate you coming more often. Burrow says, I still believe in JD, LOL. Let me catch up. Let me go to the bottom and come back up. Yeah, she says, do you see the Rams offering Tutu Atwell another contract after this season? Do you think he'll be that good or just okay? Now, that's a great question. There's another veteran. You can't teach speed. We've heard before that, we're going to get him more involved in the offense. I really think that with this team, there's going to be, because we have so many weapons, that there's going to be certain games where he's going to, his value will be shown. And it's going to be in key games, and also games where the offense is sluggish to get us a quick home run, or in the playoffs where you got to stretch the field. And yeah, that's a great question. We will see with that if they actually they Flacco says I'm back. Drama at work. Oh no. Appreciate you. Bryce Messon, special teams catch coaches have input for the final roster spots. Don't forget. Great comment. Great comment. And also too, on that note, Xavier Smith, OJ Willie Bowen's guy, one of his favorite players, is not just a special teams guy. The guy's shown that he can do routes. He can catch. My mouse stopped acting up. There we go. DHP says, I have been watching the YouTube channel Saturday Morning Interception. I like those guys. They are giving show Poos highlights. Hopefully him and Willie Lampkin make it to the, yeah, I like that show. G12 says, Rams Legend of the Noche. Rams Legend of the Noche. That's a segment that I do during the regular season. We won't do it today. But yes, we pick out a Rams legend of the night, and we show it to you guys in case you guys didn't know. Some of you guys didn't know. Thank you, G12. Brian Smith says, I'd be surprised if Reader got cut. I think Hoyt leaving to Buffalo solidified Reader's spot. McVay loves his vets. Ryan Rivers too. They have special teams. That's a great comment. We will see. Just because I hate to get rid of and it's only one game. I hate to get rid of Sean Dolick. If we put him on the practice squad, they're gone. Willie Lampkin, yeah. Jacques 42 says, nice game room, Rudy. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. G12 says, I hear you, Mustard. I don't get it. Who the 49er fans think they will own the NFC West. I think they will finish maybe third, either them or the Seahawks or the Arizona Cardinals. Seattle or either them or Seattle to finish there. Listen, great comment. So Brock Purdy can move around. That offensive line's in shambles. Trent Williams usually gets hurt during the season. Dominic. Hold on. Dominic Pooney, to me, kind of regressed. He's one of their better offensive line special surprises last year. He kind of regressed last year. I mean, Fisk and Colby Turner had their way with him. The wide receiver core is in shambles. Injuries and injuries and injuries. It sucks for that. The secondary, they got Demo. Mustafa's coming off an injury, and just a bunch of guys. And then they got a little short guy, which I like, Upton Stout. But he's like literally 5 feet. When the Rams come in town, they're just going to throw jump balls. You know, in basketball, you get a little short guy. They're going to say, I got a little one. Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, Jordan Whittington will just strong arm it up here. It's going to be tough for them, man. I'm just going to tell you. And then they got these young guys. Michael Williams already hurt. Injuries suck for everybody. But yeah, I don't understand. We will see, though. We will see. Yeah, she says, don't watch Weapons in the Dark, Rudy. That guy with the eyes all running and the kids running by themselves. It's crazy. Master says, hey, Grinders, I love trash talking them escalator gang. Bang, bang, escalator gang. G12 says, Rudy Landman sounds like an old He-Man and the Masters Universe. Masters of the Universe action figure. Landman lives off the land. Yeah, Nate Landman. He's been a very nice surprise. I was just like, oh, he's just another guy. He's the new Roseboom. But, came from Atlanta. He played Journeyman. But he's been around the ball. He's like a ball carrier, football ball carrier punch out specialist where he punches the ball out, gets turnovers. He's got a nose for the ball where it's at. He's going to be a great presence for us and help the young guys come along and learn, the more agile younger guys. This Rams linebacking crew is going to be something that we haven't had in the last couple of years. Saquon Barkley thinks that he's going to have easy access to a couple of long runs again. He's in for a surprise. And then we got Poona Ford in there. What happened last year was a result of Ernest Jones not being there. They had to make a tough decision. I think that if Ernest Jones would have stayed with us, he would have at least gotten away a couple of those plays, or he would have turned them inside, or maybe help gang tackle Saquon. He wouldn't have got one of those runs at least. But we had inexperienced linebacker core and injured linebacker core with inexperienced guys in there. And so, it's going to be a different story this year. G12 about the Jalen Ramsey thing. I have not seen the clip. The only thing that I read from Miami media is that Ramsey didn't want to be part of the rebuild of Miami, which is crazy since he has won with the Steelers now. Yeah, they gave him money. Money changes the mind. Yes, she says Denver scores 30 unanswered points against the Niners, but they're improved. Robert Saleh's the difference. It's just preseason, but yeah. Michael says, what's up with Dak telling Kroenke, I'll see you at the NFC Championship game. He won't see us in the wild card. Yeah, they were saying that my guy D-Mac was like, yeah, he probably bought tickets for the NFC Championship game already. Or he's got somebody that can get him some tickets. Or he's saying, maybe he said, Kroenke, I'll see you at the NFC Championship game, meaning Kroenke's going to give him tickets for the Rams. G12 says, oh, wow, didn't see the arcade behind game. Oh, appreciate you. Yeah, that's my Blitz. NFL Blitz. Hold on, let me get my big head out of the way. And then right there, I got T2, and I got pinball. I'll show you guys one day. I'm going to get a second camera so I can move it around the handheld. It's a pretty cool little dwelling. Here, I'll take a picture so I can show you guys. I'm proud of it. I worked hard on setting it up. Here's my camera too. I'll show you my camera. My little area. I'll be back. All right, ready? Okay. Here's my arcades. So yeah, but I'll show you better one of these days. It's cool. I like my little dwelling, little humble dwelling. Let me get this back up there. Didn't notice that it came off. Sorry, guys. Remind me in the chat if it never happens again. G12 says, Rudy, as you know, the 2026 first round pick via Atlanta would be insane. Where would that pick land? A few predict would be at least top 10. I don't think that the Falcons are going to be as good as people are thinking. I think we're going to probably be anywhere from in the top 10 to 11, 12 pick. I like this comment. Brian Smith says, the team has bigger needs than Parsons. Yep. G12, that's when I was looking for your... Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw it and then I was doing something. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate you. I always appreciate you coming in and making your presence known. I love it. Thank you. You add a lot to my show. Love it, guys. Jack Fortune says, looks nice. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's a little humble, a bold. Even like this thing right here, I got a bunch of RAM stuff. I'll show you guys when I get a double camera set up. But when I watch games, you like to have your area, comfortable, and I got a lot of Darth Vaders right there. Did I show you guys my Darth Vader? That's one of my pride and joys. Hold on. You don't know the power of the dark side. And that's it's an animatronic. 49ers, I am your father. Brian Smith says, Lance McCutcheon is still bouncing around the league. Remember when he was the Steelers? It's crazy because I was like, just get Lance McCutcheon out there. We never got a chance to get him out there to see what he could do, but I guess he was a preseason monster. Lance McCutcheon. Flacco, Rudy, I have I had a few myself, but these old ladies started daycare, and I had to get rid of them. Had about 9. You can get them back again, but you got to do what you have to do, man. I had to get rid of one before we moved. I had to sell a couple of them. I missed my Star Wars one. I had Star Wars 2, the old school Star Wars. It had Battlestar. It had Battlestar. I was gonna say Battlestar Galactica. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and let's see, what else did I get rid of? I have my Tron right there. I don't know if you guys can tell that it was Tron, but I'll show you better. But yeah, just nostalgia, man. I want to get a cabinet that has the Last Starfighter. Welcome Starfighter. They actually have a game that they programmed like the movie. I would love to have that on here and have that in the background. Joffrey says, let's ball in preseason. Yep. G-Trust Rudy needs a baying cardboard too for his man cave. Do you feel yeah. Do you feel like you're in do you feel like you're in charge? G12, we were my lady and my daughter and the kids were watching Miss Doubtfire, and I was doing the voices. Oh, hello, dear. It was a drive-by fruiting. Oh, man. Oh, hello, dear. You need to take off that Niner hat. Oh, man. It was a drive-by fruiting. I'm going to show you guys some here. Check this out. Eyes on the screen. Let me see if I can make it bigger. That's what she said. No, just kidding. Is that as big as it gets? There's my big head. Hold on, messing with it. Okay, well that's where it's going to go then. Okay, let me take this off real quick, see if that helps it. Okay, yes. So this. Oh, let me get this off the screen real quick. Oh, Brian Smith says, can't get too attached to these guys when they're playing against third and fourth. Yeah, stringers, third and fourth stringers. Dolik actually looks mid to me. Okay, yeah, that's a good comment because you never know. He's exactly right. Let me get this here. So this is a list of the team's last elite quarterbacks. You guys can see it. Aaron Rodgers, Dante Culpepper, Matthew Stafford, Jay Cutler, Russell Wilson, Stephen Young, Stephen Brigham Young, Matthew Stafford, Carson Palmer, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Cam Newton, Mark Rippon, Dak Prescott, Eli Manning, the Tom Brady original Soul Stealer, Donovan McNabb, Robert Griffin III, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Ben Roethlisberger, Big Ben. Killed me when he threw that hell of a pass in the corner of the end zone and beat the Arizona Cardinals. I was rooting for Larry Fitzgerald and Kurt Warner in that Super Bowl, even though they're NFC West. I was rooting for them, for Kurt. Brian Sipe. Brian Sipe. Brian Sipe. Brought out the Brian Sipe for the Browns. No, wait. Yeah, that's the Browns. I thought it was a bear logo behind him. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, don't call me Hebert, Rich Gannon, Peyton Forehead Manning, almost as big as my forehead. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. My banner's in the way. Hold on. Let me just get rid of this out of here real quick. Steve McNair, rest in peace. Deshaun Watson. Oof, imagine if that was your Andrew Luck. The Jaguars has none. Nah, you got to put what's his name in there? What was the Jaguars quarterback for a long time? He was good. Wasn't he left-handed? I mean, he was the best quarterback they had, right? I can't remember his name. Joe Namath, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, and then Dan Marino. Dan Marino, one of the great quarterbacks of all time. Brian Sipe killed me. Brian Sipe. Love it. I love it. Love it. That's NFL history, baby. And then I was going to save this. I was going to save this for my live tomorrow, but so hold on. So like when NFL players or pro players, when rookies come into the league and NFL pro players kind of like show them the way, make them pick up their uniform or take their pads to the locker room. It's kind of like a way of passage, right? So the Rams veterans went out to dinner and Mumfield and the guys picked up the bill. Eyes on the screen. Check this out. So props to hold on. Let me get my guy. Set this up again. Props to Rams tapes, right? So rookie dinner, right? Devontae Adams, Puka Nakua, and the vets. And let me see what this. I got this in the way here. Made rookie Kuda Mumfield and the vets just made rookie wide receiver Kuda Mumfield and the rookies pay a $13,000 bill from the wide receiver dinner tonight. Right, so there's a little picture of it. I wanted to give my guy Rams Tapes the props to it because I forget when I set these up. So let me bring you the video. Oh man, hold on, you gotta love it. Let me bring you the clip. Where are you at? Where are you at? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Tonight is your night, bro. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hey, shut up. Real quick, G12. So the Rams have the two first round picks, theirs and the one we got from the Falcons. Second round pick, 1, third round pick, 1, and then 2 fifth round picks, 2 sixth round picks, 1 seventh round pick. Okay, hold on your horses real quick. Hold on to your horses. I'm going to set this up. I thought it was already queued up. I was going to do it tomorrow. Hold on. So they made Mumfield and the rookies pay the bill. Hold on. That's just classic, man. Okay, here we go. I got it queued up for you guys. All right, eyes on the screen. Hold on. I'll get the chat back up on the screen in a second. Hold on.
Hey, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it. Listen to the audio. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm broke." No, just kidding. Here we go. Check this out.
Hey, man. We appreciate y'all, boy. Couple bottles on there. Some of the finest we gonna take with us. Welcome to the league, my boy.
A man said, "Welcome to the league." My man said, was that Devontae Adams? My man said, "Welcome to the league, my boy." Oh, man. Good times, man. Good times. Good times. Woo. That's funny, man. The Dodgers lost again. Wow, Dodgers lose and Padres about to, man. Thanks, Rudy. Yeah, I was thinking that the Rams have 2 first round picks in the 2026, but didn't know the trade worked out. Yep. Do you trust a surprise, mother? Love it. That's just hilarious. Bryce, it's the same thing every year. Fans get hyped up on something and that may or may not make the squad and forget about them if they get cut or riding. It's the same motor reaction. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Love you, G12, for coming in. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday night, Ramelia live, 7:05. Remember, always Sundays and Wednesdays, 7:05. Sometimes unannounced lives like today. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Love each and one of you guys. Yeah, Pinchy Doyos. As always, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Let people know in your family, friends about my channel. And have them subscribe and hit the likes. It helps the algorithm. We can be here more often. And I appreciate you guys. As always, may the Remilia be with you. And Remulators, mount up. Thank you, guys.